Have you ever felt like your mind wasn't your own? Like something else was controlling it? That's how I felt. What started off as harmless scrolling turned to hours lost, time I'll never get back. But what I didn't realize was that every swipe, every scroll wasn't just wasting time. It was creating ripples, changing my habits, my focus, and even my mental health. For me, it all started with my phone. I wasn't in control, as I scrolled endlessly through Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. It felt harmless at first, just a way to pass out the time. But soon, my phone wasn't just a tool. It became my master. I was glued to my phone. I couldn't focus or be productive. My exams came, and I felt like I was studying everything last minute because of my productivity, making me feel stressed, overwhelmed, and regretful. That small habit, checking Instagram before studying, created ripples that reached all the way into my exam results. Multiple neuroscience researchers support the idea that overuse of technology stimulates the brain's reward system, leading to digital addiction. And studies from the National Institute of Mental Health show that this can result in frustration and helplessness when we try to stop. One notification, one quick check, and suddenly your time traveled hours into the future. We've all been there. Every swipe, every scroll, every decision to stay in line creates ripples. For me, those ripples made my phone the master of my time and the master of my faith. What's fascinating, yet terrifying, is how these small actions lead to huge consequences. And I call this the ripple effect of digital habits. And here's the thing, they work both ways. They can either tear us or enhance our lives in ways we didn't realize. It's a 50-50. It makes us or breaks us. But here's the hard part. No adult, no expert, no one I looked up to had gone through this challenge. My parents had their opinions, like blaming my flu on too much phone usage. And when I asked them for advice, all they said was just stop using your phone, as if it was that easy. And while I appreciate their concern, it's not as easy as just stopping. If it were, I wouldn't be seeking advice from them or from resources like ChatGPT. Or they'll say, set some limits, as if I haven't already tried that. But I don't blame them. They don't understand. They're not supposed to understand. They haven't gone through this challenge. We're the first generation navigating this. And while there's no guidebook, we have an opportunity to create one for ourselves and for future generations that come after us, so they won't have to go through the same challenge that we're facing. This guidebook won't just be a physical book. It'll be made of habits, boundaries, and systems we create and share. This is how we pass down the wisdom that we're learning the hard way. But let me take you back to how I felt. I was frustrated and helpless. I knew my time was slipping, but I couldn't stop. I wanted to use my phone to my advantage, but instead it was using me. There were times where I was in the most beautiful places in the world with my family, but I was too engrossed in my phone. I never cherished those moments, making me miss the best opportunities for the best memories of life. One day, I saw my baby brother clutching from my mother's throat, gripping it as if it was treasure. And when my mom tried to take it away, he cried as if his whole world was ending. At that moment, I wasn't just looking at it. I was looking at a smaller version of me, caught in the same current. And that's when it hit me. The ripple effect of digital habits doesn't just stop with us, it carries on. That moment sparked an idea. What if I can implement barrier-proof features that act as boundaries? What if I can set boundaries that act as reminders to confront my habits? It wasn't easy, but I started small. I turned off notifications, set screen time limits, and questioned why I wasn't picking up the phone in the first place. It felt like a constant battle against myself, but with each small action, the ripples began to shift. I started using apps that helped me rather than distract me, productivity tools, learning platforms, and even mindfulness apps. I started using technology to help me grow rather than escape. And slowly, I felt free again. I started using apps like Forest to help me stay focused, Notion to organize my life. And by just dedicating 10 minutes to headspace meditation, I enhanced my patience and found clarity in tackling actions. And that's why the smallest shifts matter most. I see in the Journal of Psychological Science, Reducing screen time leads to a 12.3% reduction in anxiety symptoms and 9.5% reduction in depression symptoms amongst teenagers. And I felt this firsthand. Spending less time on my phone gave me more time with my family. I had meaningful conversations with my parents, learning traditions, childhood stories, and stories that will forever stay with me. But here's the point. The ripple effect of digital habits is real. Each decision, whether to scroll mindlessly or spend time meaningfully, creates ripples that not only shape the life you want to live, but truly determine it. As James Clear reminds us in Atomic Habits, you don't rise to the level of your goals, but you fall to the level of your systems. We're the first generation navigating this. We have the power to choose what type of ripples to create, not just for ourselves, but for future generations that come after us. So start small. Go to your settings and turn off notifications of apps that don't require immediate attention. Because every buzz is a ripple. Choose the ones that are truly worth your time. Ask yourself, next time you pick up your phone, why am I doing this? That small moment of mindfulness can break the autopilot. Because every digital decision is a ripple. Choose the ones that truly shape the life you want to live. So I'll leave you with this. Take back your time. Take back your attention. And take back your power. Yeah.